How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So right here is my entire water system for filtering water. Now, I've been using this system for a little while and it's very interesting, and I've had to plus it up mainly because I'm going to Tusk coming up here pretty soon, which is a course, which is pretty much something you have to be on your own, sustain all your own food and water, procure it, all that kind of stuff. But I've been using this system for a little while and I think it's really interesting because no one else has done at least what I have done in this system. Maybe somewhere, but they haven't shared that they actually have. So honestly, the easiest way, I'm just gonna dump this out, lay it all out for you guys to see and talk about the details of it. So, of course, up the top, you can kind of see I have 2 Life water bottles. It's normally what I run, and then also a titanium canteen. That's pretty much my go-tos when it comes to water bottles or, being able to drink on the go. Here is a dirty water bag, and then everything else is in this. So let's just dump it out. Almost lost it, but we caught it. We're good. First off, I use these Outdoor Research mesh bags. These are really nice. They're very breathable, and they allow, once you get your filters all wet, you can toss them in there, and they'll still breathe in your bag. They won't get like clogged up or technically mold up or anything like that because you want air circulation in there. But we're going to discuss everything. All right, let's get this kind of organized. All right. So as you see, I like the Hydropak system. Now this is a 2 liter, there's a 4 liter, and these are my clean water containers along with everything else up here, which they could technically be dirty as well, but I try primarily to keep them clean. Now, how could you go from, you can always go clean to dirty, but how do you go dirty to clean without like scrubbing and whatnot? Well, if you really wanted to, you could drop some tabs in it and leave it for several hours, and then it'll cleanse or technically kill everything inside it. So then after that point, everything inside is good. So then you're back to a clean container. So that's kind of how you get around that. Now my dirty container is this 6 liter Katadyn open top roll bag. Let's get it out of here for a second. Now this is a 6 liter. It's really nice and large, but the cool thing about it is it has that open top so you can dip it down, which is a big issue, which a lot of people, they'll run around with like, one of these bottles or something like that, and then they're like trying to fish it and get it underwater, and if there's not enough, like if you're going out of a puddle or a swamp or something like that, then you get all this dirty water in there, and it's just a pain. So if you do this, you can get really low, get in there, scoop up whatever you need. Or worst comes to worst, I've seen a lot of people take their canteen cup, and what they'll do is they'll dip it in and then pour inside if necessary. And you could do that through any system. It's just more time consuming. And it tends to be a little easier for me is if I just dip it in there. But this has an adapter on the bottom, which it comes with. This unscrews here, and it has a very large, wide mouth, so you could even reverse fill if you wanted to. But this adapter is meant to take Hydropak-based caps, which is kind of the main benefit of this, and why I'm going to explain. This is their kind of proprietary quick disconnect system. As you see, it is blue for clean and red for dirty, so I don't get those confused. Let's dump out this one. This has all the small adapters, and this is where it gets really interesting, and I'm going to show you how this actually works. Now, I have a lot of interesting little tiny things in here, mainly for this class coming up. But right here, this is one of the main things that I want to share with you, at least. So this, I have it tethered together so I don't lose it. It's just some cordage. But what you can do with this, and then of course with the adapter here, is connect these in throughout any system, pretty much. Which the benefit of this is if I have a Sawyer, right? So red, so the flow is going from dirty to clean. So we're going to put the dirty, which I do have a pre-filter in these as well. These are really nice to have, these small little pre-filters to keep it from clogging up. Also, I'll have all this stuff linked in the description box below, so if you want it. So you do this, and now that you have this adapter, you can also screw this on too. Let's get this cord out of the way. or this lanyard, I guess you could say. Now the cool thing about this is right now I have a connectable system. So take a look at this. I have my dirty water, clicks in. Clean water, do the same thing, clicks in. There you go. I'll put it over top so you can see. So now it's hanging from dirty, and now it's all connected together and into the clean reservoir. Now the cool thing about this is, for some reason, if you don't want to use this, or if you don't want to use these specific bags, this also connects in to the Life water bottle system, which I'll show here in a second. So say if you have really dirty stuff in this bag, like if we're looking down inside here, right? And you know it's going to be real dirty. See how it's like that? You can put pre-filters over top inside this bag to do another layer of filtering for that gravity. Now, if you want, you can just, of course, quick disconnect out and do the same thing here. Quick disconnect it out. So if your filter would ever get clogged, that's why I have an extra one. That works out fairly well too. And then the cool thing, of course, is you could take this off. And since Sawyer has kind of that thought of, you know, running other systems, you can take this off again and then connect a Life water bottle into it. And then cinch it down. There you go. So technically now you could fill clean to clean if you really wanted to, just by connecting it in. Oh, I need to fill this, but I don't want to lose a lot of water in it. Or you could do the same situation yet again and connect into here. I mean, like I said, there's so many different possibilities with this kit, and it's really lightweight that you could now screw this as in this is the dirty water if you really wanted to, and then you could put this as the clean water and then connect into that, or whatever you want to do for the most part. Now, one other thing that's really interesting and that I like a lot, I know I got a lot of stuff going on here, but this is mainly meant for a gas mask or C-burn. Let me get it real quick, is I'm running the M50 gas mask, right? And they have the hose that comes out of here, and you need to drink from it. So if I'm doing an exercise or military or something like this, this one is my bought one. I have my actual issued one over on the side there. But this adapter allows me to drink from this. Normally you'd have to use a canteen. I don't like carrying a canteen around because that canteen cup cap does not work. But the cool thing is now this, I don't know if they were in partnership or anything or ever thought about this. This is a Camelback adapter, and that connects into there. There you go. You got a collapsible canteen for now your C-burn kit or your biological chemical warfare kit if you really need it, which is pretty cool. Now you can also, which I have running around here, is another hollow fiber filter as well, which is another adapter into that. So I have two of these because this does the same thing. Bee-free filter, right? And then you can also use this. This is just kind of a backup to that, just in case this one breaks. But the nifty thing is, if you ever want to run it, these bee-free filters fit inside here, which is nice because now you can do a dirty water immediately, right? And you're good to go on that aspect. Or, again, go back to the large one, take this off of here, stick this in, right? And now you can go straight from a filter straight to a bottle without losing anything. Or the whole thing around, you know, you could go bottle and this. The only thing that this doesn't do is, of course, this doesn't fit in here. But back compatibility, for the most part, this is a pretty solid setup. I have a couple other little things that these connect in. You could do a hose setup if you really want to. Those connect in as well. And then you could do a hose out to something if you really want to. You could even make this a Camelback if you wanted to as well, with all these connections, and then put your inline filter if you wanted to into this and then drink out of it on the go. It's just this whole system right here is pretty much, like I said, backwards compatible, and it's very efficient and works very well. You're not going to lose any water. Okay, so we're going on about 10 minutes. So we'll dive into some other stuff real quick. What I recommend also having is tablets. Really help, right? So you can just drop these in depending on how much water there is. And then also I highly recommend always having some kind of liquid or like taste enhancer. This has caffeine in it, and then, you know, citrus-based stuff, or Pedialytes are in here, you know, nutrient survival stuff. This enhances the water, because no matter how you filter your water, it's still gonna taste kind of weird if you pull it from a weird spot. And sometimes that psychological mindset of just pulling, you know, better tasting water than something else is honestly a big solid win. So this is the kit that I'm running, pre-filters, and then I actually have like a little WAPI in here too, which is a boil indicator that allows you not to get to 212 degrees. It allows you to get to 149, which is actually considered pasteurization and killing everything out. So you can save fuel if you have a fuel system or a fuel filter, a fuel system that is burner, and you're using propane. Instead of using like, say, 10 or 15 grams of fuel to get to 212 degrees Fahrenheit for boiling, actually all the water needs is 150. This is a little wax indicator, so this limits the amount of propane or fuel that you will use. Cool. I could go on talking about this for a while, but I don't want to. I wanted to just share this is how my setup goes. It works really well. If you guys are interested in this, I'm going to link everything I can, description box below, and my Amazon webpage. If you go to like water, like if you go to my thing and then go down to like the water filters or water filtration systems, all these items, at least most of them that are on Amazon, will be available for you to purchase. I get some sense from it. It's no big deal. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm not too concerned. Just enjoy it. That's pretty much what I'm saying. But other than that, definitely a link in the comment section below if you've ran this exact system. I haven't saw anybody, so let me know if you have. Appreciate it. Have a great day.